And this is something, again, Nietzsche talks about. The ones who want to go to the top are the wrong people. They rise up because they want to lord it over people. They're not necessarily the best amongst us. And also, if you look at the great philosophy systems, even the great religions, they effectively say that we should all be equal. There shouldn't be a pyramid. Well, there is a pyramid, but not the one that we are talking about now.
An inverted pyramid.
Based. Yeah.
We should be equal, but I guess we should be equal understanding where our equality flows from. You're right, mate. And within that broad spectrum across that platform that you talked about with the pyramid there, amount of social pressure that can be put onto somebody, forcing them, pushing them to conform to what is normal, i.e. what the vast majority of the people around you are doing, and therefore you must conform to that. And so if you actually stand out from that in any way, shape or form, it leaves you in a position of vulnerability. I know from when I joined the forces, as I'm sure that you do from when you joined, if there was anything about you that didn't sit with exactly the way that all the lads would do things, it would stand out like a pork chop in a synagogue.
And we did.
And we did, because we had discussions about things. And people would be sat there having their smokes and drinking their tinnies, looking at us going, what is wrong with you two?
We're far wrong.
They were probably right in that regard. But it is interesting that anything that makes you stand out can actually be seen as a threat to others. And so therefore they try and squash you.
I agree with that. All my life, I've had an issue with authority. Not because I'm a rebel, and I'm happy to follow authority, but I don't like the way authority generally works, the leadership style, the way they demean, the way that you get these ivory towers, and it's always the wrong people belittling others below them. I choose not to be a part of that. Well, then, where do you go? You end up becoming, in their eyes, mediocre. But I don't think that is actually the case.
No, that's right. I think if you were to judge your own life and your own capability by the lens of what society says is the right way, then you are wrong to do that. And I think that's something that we need to unlearn, because everything in society is built on a hierarchical type of pyramid basis, isn't it? If you want to get on, you come into a job. You start as a junior, you work up, you become a senior, you might then become a principal, you then become a manager, you then become a manager of managers, you then become a general manager, and then you move into the chief executive's realm. Then you've arrived, then you're something. But the reality is that is not true at all, because the people that are some of the most important people never choose to go that high and would never want to go that high, but yet are still incredibly capable, competent people with some incredible skills that they can bring to life in all sorts of areas, and more so than the people that sit in the executive level.
Yeah.